Hello, I'm Karen Wallace from thecalmspace.com, and today I want to talk to you very quickly before I go out for formal dinner. Can you tell? I want to talk about when you don't feel like celebrating. It's the beginning of December and the festive season is upon us. Some call it the silly season, and I think there's justified reason for that sometimes. And sometimes we just don't feel like celebrating. We don't feel like being jolly, and we almost feel a bit Scrooge-ish without being bar humbug about it. It's just that we really would rather it all go away. We want to be like Sleeping Beauty and curl up in a ball and wake up sometime in the new year when it's all over. Times in your life that this can be particularly enticing to just curl up in a ball and stay asleep for the whole month is if there's money problems. If you're not flush with cash, you're struggling to pay the bills at the moment, and there's all these expectations on you, including the ones you put on your own shoulders. And if you've got children, it makes it worse because you want to give and you want to show your love by giving. And when the money's tight, it just leaves this churning feeling of sickness, a tight ball in the pit of your gut that you just don't want to face it. You don't want to pile it all on the credit card, or the credit card's already maxed, so you can't pile it on the credit card. So really you've got to find a better way. But that's not the way you've always done it before. Another reason that you may be feeling this way is something's happened this year. Your living family arrangements have changed in some way. There's been a separation or a divorce. Children have moved out of home. Family members have gone overseas, or family members have passed away. And the thought of Christmas is painful and hard to think about because it just hurts. And then there's the totally, I don't want to have to deal with all the relatives and all the expectations. I don't want to have to deal with my mother-in-law or my mother or my sister-in-law or whoever it is that bugs you, that heaps expectations on your shoulders. And sometimes we actually heap those expectations on our own shoulders, don't we? So what do we do when we're feeling like this? When we really just want to run away, get on a plane to anywhere but here, right now. Whether it's money worries, family changes, or simply you can't keep your head above water. You're struggling to take a breath now. You're paddling as hard as you can. Your head's just there above the surface, taking deep breaths because you've got so many things going on in your life. The work, the kids, the family, all of that stuff that you do. And the thought of piling another weight, another lot of things to do on your shoulders is just more than you can bear. Like literally you're going to sink under the weight and you're not going to be able to take that next breath. Well, that's how it feels. Two things I think that we need to talk about. And the first is, be kind to yourself. Accept that these feelings are there. Accept that you don't want to celebrate. You don't want to do Christmas or whatever it is, New Year, and whatever your family celebrates, you don't want to do it. Because the thought of it is just painful. Accept those feelings. Know that there is some basis for them, and don't feel guilty. Release yourself from the guilt, because it's not serving you and it won't serve those you love. Okay? Now, if you were here, I'd give you a big hug. You're not. So give yourself one. Come on. Big hug. You deserve it. You deserve a big hug for even thinking about it. Next, I want you to talk to somebody. Preferably somebody that is affected, that celebrates with you, and that loves you. Sit down and talk to your husband, your partner. Bring the kids in. Explain to them money's tight. We can't do what we always do. Can we talk about how we might do this so it's still special without spending a lot of money? Reinvent how Christmas is for your new shaped family, whatever that shape may be now. Talk to your husband, your kids, your mother, whoever it is, about why you're feeling so overloaded and how could we do things differently this year so you don't feel like you're drowning. Go talk to them. Be kind to yourself. 2 more things. Remember to breathe. Breathing brings you here in the present moment. And right now, you don't have a problem because you're right here. Remember that. Breathe. And secondly, drink water. I know, sounds a bit odd after all the other woo-woo things I've said. Drink water. Remain hydrated. And your brain will work better. And you will come up with better solutions. Tap into your heart. There are answers there. And go do what's right. And if it's cancelling Christmas, then cancel it. Spend the day at the beach. Book yourself into a spa that's open on Christmas Day if this is your first Christmas alone. Ooh, go get pampered. Or have a $10 limit on gifts if it's an issue of finances. Get everybody to really use their imagination. Could be fun. Yeah. Even a lucky dip in the middle of the room. And of course the old draw the name out of the hat and only buy for one person works really well too when finances are tight. But it's the kids you need to think about, especially if they're young. I understand that. But do they really know the difference between a $2 gift and a $200 gift? If they're young, probably not. Okay, girl. That's it from me tonight. I've got a car to drive and a party to attend. Love you lots. Take care of yourself and leave a comment below and just let me know what's coming up for you and what you think you might be able to do to change that. Ciao.